After a long winter lockdown of nearly 2 months, a new breath of life on the streets of one of the world's oldest cities. Restrictions have eased across Israel, with open-air markets and shopping centres welcoming customers back.
Well, it's about time. We had a long time at home and it wasn't easy.
But only those with a green badge or vaccination passport will be allowed to go into businesses like movie theatres, swimming pools and gyms.
Now we can start to work out again, and let's hope it will stay like this and we don't go back to the way it was before.
The partial reopening is a big moment for Israel, which has been inoculating its population at a blistering rate. Since the vaccination program began 2 months ago, almost half the population of more than 9 million have received their first dose.
We are now finally in a moment where we need to think how to return to what we call maybe the new normal.
The Green Badge scheme is closely watched as a possible model for how other countries might reopen. People in the Palestinian territories, the West Bank and Gaza, are only just starting to receive their first shipments of doses donated by Israel and Russia. They've been largely excluded from the vaccine program in Israel, which has control over vaccine imports.
We must see how the Palestinian community is being vaccinated. We need to do it because it's our moral responsibility, but also because otherwise we cannot get into herd immunity.
Israel argues the vaccine rollout in the territories is the responsibility of the Palestinian elected leaders. Israel has had 3 national lockdowns since its first documented coronavirus case exactly a year ago. With unemployment rates now over 20%, the government has pledged there will not be a fourth, saying today marks the start of a return to normality.
Alright, Shalom. Call Allah Yahweh Bashim El Shai. Double honors to my teachers. Start with the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Yahweh Bashim El Shai Barakathum to the hopefully elect. Alright. And pretty much, man, because like they said in this video or this clip, alright, this is pretty much going to be the model that other nations, countries and whatnot are going to be following. Pretty much getting everyone inoculated with the beast system. All right, because this is the image of the beast is speaking. All right, this is how the image of the beast is starting to speak. All right, because play this next clip. All right, play this next clip. This is already starting here in the States.
So, Gilma, that app is now available for download. There's a second version of it for businesses that can download an app that can scan all of your information. That way it can make things easier. The hope, of course, is that will help businesses attract more customers, and it can help open the city and the state up that much quicker. But to all of those who are a little concerned about having to download an app, it is not a requirement, just something the state believes will make things even easier. Live tonight outside of Madison Square Garden, I'm Adam Harding, News 4.
Okay, so again, well, actually, because I don't know if that's.
And tonight we are getting a glimpse at how our post-pandemic world could operate. New York.
Okay, so Salakia, real quick, because that was actually the ending of the video, so I'm gonna play it from the beginning now. So Salakia about that.
And tonight, we are getting a glimpse at how our post-pandemic world could operate. New York rolling out a new app some people call a COVID passport, a one-stop shop that stores your tests and vaccine status and notifies businesses and venues. Madison Square Garden will be one of the first places to use it. News 4's Adam Harding is there live now. And Adam, how does it work?
Well, Gilma, we know testing is so important to making sure that venues like Madison Square Garden behind us can open up safely. The city and state now promoting this new app that they hope will serve as essentially a COVID passport. Like when you go to the airport, you've got all of your documents in one place.
Pretty much just like what they're doing out there in Israel. All right.
Everyone we spoke with, some of them say this could be a potential game changer. Yep, the city is coming back all right, and the crowds in Midtown are building fast. Now the state is hoping its new Excelsior app can help speed things up even more.
Would I have to join an app situation?
You would have to
Yeah,
download
see,
it.
I wouldn't be able to do that.
Ann Callanan might need some convincing, but she's open to anything that can get her back to a Broadway show. It is what she loves.
You know, I want to get back to the theater as soon as possible, yeah.
Who doesn't?
A lot of people don't, but I do. It was part of my life, a very important part of my life.
The first of its kind app will serve as almost a COVID passport for anyone to use at major sports and entertainment venues. It will authenticate someone's vaccination or show proof of a recent negative COVID test. It all sounds like a win to Father Louis Skirty.
Very convenient because I have both shots and I have, of course, the card and I laminated it just so I always have it with me. But the idea of having it as an app and just showing it where you go, whatever venues, I think it's a great idea, very convenient.
Do you think it will help open the city up quicker?
Please, I hope so. I think so.
The state today also announcing a major milestone. 8.5 million vaccines administered, more than 1 million just in the last week.
This is one of the most exciting days in this fight against COVID.
The mayor, meantime, touring Citi Field as more vaccines were distributed to city workers. The stadium will soon be hosting baseball games, but for now, it's still a site used in the war on COVID. So, Gilma, that app is now available for download. There's a second version of it for businesses that can download an app that can scan all of your information. That way it can make things easier. The hope, of course, is that will help businesses attract more customers, and it can help open the city and the state up that much quicker. But to all of those who are a little concerned about having to download an app, it is not a requirement, just something the state believes will make things even easier.
So yeah, man, again, all right, go to this real quick. Because these are the times that we're heading into, man. We're already in those times, man. You know, and of course, you know, elder brothers have already said it, you know, about how this would pretty much would play out, and this is pretty much, you know, how it's playing out. All right. Before I get that in Revelations, since I'm already here, I'm gonna read this and let me just I'm gonna just read Luke 17. All right, because again, as it's been recently, it's been reiterated a lot. People are in that spirit of peace and safety. All right, here it is. Things are slowly but surely starting to open back up. You know, now they're talking about these passes, all right, to pretty much, you know, allow you to conduct business in society and things of that nature, right? Because actually I have an article I'm gonna read. I want to read real quick before I get Revelations. I'm gonna read this article real quick, but I'm gonna read this real quick. And Luke 17 and 33 says, "Whosoever shall seek to save his life shall lose it, and whosoever shall lose his life shall preserve it." All right, because again, like I said, you know, people are in that spirit of peace and safety. All right, you know, out of desperation, you know, a lot of people are gonna end up pretty much, you know, giving over. They're pretty much gonna willingly give over into this beast system. All right, because again, this is what's being set up, man. Like I said, the image of the beast is speaking now. All right, you know, pretty much everyone's getting buttered up, man, to accept this beast, man. You know, and to get down with this beast system. You know, and because of that, all right, because if you partake in the beast system, all right, you know, you pretty much giving yourself over to Esau Edom, all right, and Yahweh Shemel Shai is going to reject you if you do so. So this is why it says again, it says, "Whosoever shall seek to save his life shall lose it." All right, because why? Again, you know, out of desperation, you know, people want to get back to normal, the you know, or the old way of doing things. You know, people want to be able to go out and hang out and smoke weed and twerk and do all the other things that they do, you know, pertaining to this so-called life, all right. And again, out of desperation, how bad they want to get back to that old way of doing things, right? Their old way of doing things, all right. Because again, what they call life, all right. Again, this isn't life. That's why I said so-called life. This isn't life, man. All right. But out of desperation to get back to that quote unquote life, all right, they're going to pretty much, again, like I said, give themselves over to this beast system. All right, because what's being set up, man? Getting these passes, man. Getting yourself inoculated with the beast system, which partaking in that, with the jabs or whatnot, man. That's inoculating yourself to the beast system. All right, you're partaking in the beast system. All right, because very soon to roll after that, man, is the thing, man. It's going to be the real deal. All right, the Revelations 13, 16, and 17. All right, the mob. All right, and again, because pretty much, Esau, man, he's going to take away the things that are comfortable to people more and more. All right, he's going to take away all the things that people hold to them, most dear to them. All right, and pretty much, man, in order to get it back, like dangling dangling a carrot in front of a bunny rabbit, right? To pretty much, in order to get those things back, man, you're gonna have to pretty much sell yourself over, man, and partake in the unclean thing, man. All right, which again, partaking in this whole beast system. All right, so this is why, again, because those that seek to save their life, all right, those that are looking to get back to their old way of living, which was pretty much a life of sin, all right, in order for these people to get back to that way of living, they're gonna have to they're gonna end up partaking in the unclean thing, all right, and partaking in this beast system, and actually lose their life. Because if you partake in the beast system, Yahweh Shema Shai is going to reject you, like I said, but reading on, it says, and whosoever shall lose his life shall preserve it. All right, because we ought to be in the mind frame of the hell of this place anyways, man. Because like I said, man, this so-called life that we live in, this isn't life. We're seeking the kingdom at the end of the day. All right, so this is why, to those that say the hell with all this, man, and uphold themselves to integrity, all right, because that's what it's going to take, the times that we're coming into, all right, as this beast speaks louder and louder, all right, as it roars more louder and louder, all right, it's life is going to get real uncomfortable for a lot of us, all right, but nevertheless, man, because a lot of us, man, we're going to lose everything, all right. But at the same time, we don't have nothing in this so-called life anyway. So this is why, again, it says, and whosoever shall lose his life shall preserve it. Yeah, because some of us are going to be put to death. All right, some of us are going to lose everything. All right, and some of us are going to be put to death. All right, but I'm gonna read this article real quick, and then I'm gonna go to Revelation. All right, because this title here says UK now considering digital face scanning to enter pubs. All right, just more, of the partaking in the beast system. All right, it says the UK government is funding companies that are producing technology. All right, and this is pretty much how do their technology. All right, this is how they're able to give power to the beast, so that again, this is how the beast is speaking. All right, and this is how the beast is set up through this technology. All right, every year, technology is advancing. All right, so on and so forth. This is pretty much how the power is being given to this beast. It says, which will utilize digital face scans to check people's jab status and allow or block them from entering pubs, stadiums, and other venues. All right. It says Britons could have their faces scanned to allow them to access pubs, gigs, and sports events under one government-funded plan being drawn up for jab passports. All right. It says two companies, Maveen and iProve, are working together on the system, right? Because again, this partaking in this beast system, that's what it is. All right, it's a system of things. All right. After being given a $75,000 grant by the government, having already worked with the NHS on facial recognition technology in the form of the contact tracing app. The technology is being proposed as a solution to concerns that presenting jab status via an app on a phone will be too slow when multiple people are entering a busy venue. Moreover, or whoever is standing on the door of the pub is going to have to scan the certificate, read the name and date of birth, then ask the person for an ID document. Check that the name and the date of birth on the ID document are the same. Squint at the photograph on the ID document and then make sure that the person in front of them is that person. iProve CEO Andrew Budd said, to which the answer is that's not going to happen. All right. I'll just read this tweet real quick. It says UK went from looking to the Novid jab passports to you need jab passports to face scan to entering a freaking pub in less than 6 months. Face scanning at pubs could offer key to jab passports. All right. You know, and pretty much, man, you know, because a lot of people know that this is ridiculous, man. All right. You know, and this is why Esau is, and he knows this, that he's going to get a lot of kickback. All right. Because right now, Joe Biden is talking about by the I think he said by April 1st or by the end of April. But I think he said by April 1st, all right, pretty much all adults will be eligible to receive the jab or whatnot. All right. And that's no coincidence, you know, it well, never mind, I'm not even gonna bring that up here, but what I think, all right, you know, because they want to pretty much get all the people that are, you know, the willing participants to, you know, get this jab first, you know, get them out the way, and then, you know, all those that don't take the jab, all right, because like I said, you know, those that don't partake of the beast system, ultimately at the end of things, man, all right, you know, you're pretty much gonna be an outcast, and in some cases, like I said, even put to death, all right, because through their law and through their policy, all right, through the draconian measures, all right, because, you know, a lot of people aren't going to be with it, all right, but because they don't put their trust in Yahweh Shem Shai, they're going to take it anyways, knowing that, you know, this is wrong. But, you know, people they're not going to know what to do. So, however, they're going to partake in this beast system, and they're going to take the jab, they're going to take the mob, all right, knowing that, you know, it's off, you know. But that's because of, again, Esau with his draconian measures and laws and policies and things of that nature that he's going to put into place. All right. Because, you know, the talk right now is still, oh, this is not mandatory. You know, they're not mandating this, so on and so forth. All right. But like I said, just my opinion, I think that they want to get all the people that are willing subjects, the willing participants, get them out the way first. All right. Then, you know, all the remaining people that don't want to partake in this thing, man, that's when they're, you know, that's when they could, you know, crank it up and, you know, really, you know, turn up the heat. All right. But reading on, it says, but said that the facial recognition system would reduce this process to a matter of seconds, streamlining the system. It speeds the process up, and it absolves people of what would otherwise be a very heavy responsibility. After months of promising that there would be no domestic jab passport, every indication is now that the government is going ahead with it. Millions of Brits will refuse to submit to digital face scans to go about everyday business, but the vast majority are likely to accept it without question, creating a two-tier society where those who resist the biosecurity surveillance state will remain in a de facto permanent state of lockdown. All right, because again, anyone that speaks out against this, anyone that's against this in any way, shape, form, or fashion, you're pretty much going to be deemed an enemy, man. All right. It says this again underscores the fact that the jab pass is a digital identity card that citizens will be expected to carry at all times and use whenever they want to engage in basic commerce or other normal leisure activity. All right, so basic commerce, right? Being able to conduct business in society, man, a functioning member in society, right? Reading this, Revelations 13, 16, and 17, it says, "And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell," all right? No man might be able to, conduct business in society. You won't be able to commerce, like I just said in that article, all right? It says, "And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name." All right. So again, this everything right now, man, is pretty much setting society up. The beast system is being set up, man. All right. And in order to be a part of this beast system, man, you got to get inoculated with it, man. You got to partake in all these things, man. The jab and whatnot. Ultimately, it's going to come down to the mob, which I just read here, the charagma. All right. Because like I said, man, there's the beast is speaking, man. When you read verse 15, it says, "And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed." So how is power being given to the image of the beast so that it's speaking right now, right? Like I said before, through this technology, man. All right, with these different tracing apps and things of that nature, man. All right, these passports and things of that nature, man. All right, this is giving the image. This is giving the power to give the image. Pretty much this is how the image is speaking. All right, because what are they talking about, man? With these passports, man, is pretty much basically your medical records, man, and whatnot. Because as far as these jabs, man, these injections, all right, I've been telling people that to pretty much gotta just keep our eyes peeled, because when it comes down to what the mob is, all right, the charagma, all right, these injections, man, because they've mentioned this before about how the actual potato chip, all right, the mob will actually, some of these injections can actually come with the potato chip inside of it, because again, with the actual potato chip, man, it's going to have all your information on it, and like with these injections, all right, it can hold some of your information, your medical records and things of that nature, right? Now, when you go here to the mark, all right, in Revelation 13, 16, all right, you go to Mark, all right, the charagma, right, which I'm going to, when you go to the root word of charagma, which goes to the charax, right, which will be the instrument used in, inserting the, charagma, right? But when you go to the root word of charax, it goes back to grapho, right? And it says to write with reference to the form of the letters, to delineate letters on the tablet, parchment, paper, or other material. It says to write with reference to the contents of the writing, to express in written characters, to commit to writing things not to be forgotten, write down, record. All right. And again, basically, man, what this is going into because again, with inoculating yourself with the beast system, this beast system, all right, you know, again, because all this stuff is going to contain your medical records, all right, your financial records is going to contain all your information, man. All right, and this is what it's going into, all your records. I'm gonna read this point. It says, used of those things which stand written in the sacred books. All right, it says to write to one, example by writing in a written epistle, to give information, directions, to fill with writing, to draw up in writing, compose. So this is going into basically the database that with all your information, all right, all your medical, financial, all your records, man, right? It's going to be on that potato chip. All right. And this is what's being set up. This is what's being prepared. All right. Like I said, the beast, the beast is speaking. This is how the beast is speaking. All right. But the point right now being that, getting everyone inoculated with this beast system. All right. Getting everyone down with this NWO. All right. Because that's what it's about, man. And I'm going to get this real quick. And I'll close it out in First Maccabees, the first chapter. All right, because something that is often stated as far as this NWO. All right, this is nothing new. This is something that's always been around way back in the book of Genesis, the 11th chapter. The nations have always tried to accomplish a one state, one mind kind of thing. If you catch my drift. All right. And enterprise, they're always trying to catch this, they always try to, come up with this enterprise where everyone's pretty much inoculated with this beast system. Everyone's tied into this beast system. This is all something that's always been around. So I'm gonna get this in First Maccabees, the first chapter. All right, just because a lot of these spirits are back today, man. When you read about Antiochus Epiphanes, all right. All right, so First Maccabees 1 and 41. All right, now this was during the time of the Greeks, the Greek Empire. All right, which took place right before the Roman Empire. All right, because pretty much America is nothing but a revitalized. America is an extension of Rome. All right, the Roman Empire it fell, all right, but it was reincarnated as America. All right, America is Rome. All right, and like I said, because the Greek Empire came right before the Roman Empire. All right, but basically the Greek Empire was kind of like merged into the Roman Empire. You read about the Greco-Roman Empire. All right, which they were all Edomites anyways. So I'm gonna read this in First Maccabees, the first chapter, verse 41. Moreover, King Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom that all should be one people. So you see, there's always been this agenda for just one. All right, everyone basically being tied into the beast system. All right, one. I'm trying to find words so I don't have to use those words. So because hopefully this video doesn't get taken down, but we'll see. All right, but there's always been a plot for NWO. All right, one government, one mind, so on and so forth. Verse 42 says, and everyone should leave his laws, so all the heathen agreed according to the commandment of the king. Yea, many also of the Israelites consented to his religion and sacrificed unto idols and profaned the Sabbath. All right, because if you know about Antiochus Epiphanes, man, he put hell on the Israelites. All right, when you read about Antiochus Epiphanes, man, he did all type of torture tactics. All right, you know, he put Jake through hell, man. All right, you know, did all type of torturing to so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians, and he's back today. That spirit is back today. All right, and like I said, right now they're in the stages of pretty much right now just getting all the willing subjects, the willing participants, to get them down with the beast system, and then from there, all right, that's probably when they'll really turn up the heat. All right, that's when you'll really start, because right now they're setting up FEMA camps, they're setting up jab sites all over the place. All right, which a lot of these places, man, these hospitals or whatnot, man, these shopping plazas that have been closed down, man, all this stuff is going to be turned into FEMA camps soon, man. All right, and when that devil comes down with that great wrath, man, all right, you're going to see this the spirit of Antiochus Epiphanes. All right, those that aren't willing to because like I said, man, some of us are going to be killed, man. Some of us are going to be martyred for not being partaken in the beast system. All right, so when this really, is in full effect and the devil comes out with that great wrath, all right, you're going to see that spirit of Antiochus Epiphanes, man, heavy. All right, Jake is going to be in all kinds of just fucked upness, man. Because it's going to get bad out here. And this is why a lot of Jake, man, they're going to willingly, because like I said, a lot of Jake is going to know that this is wrong to partake in, but they're going to take it anyways because they don't fear Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. They don't trust in Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. All right, and when Esau starts showing his true horns, man, all right, because Esau, man, he's going to use all type of tactics, fear mongering, all right, because the scriptures say, man, when this flood comes in, man, they're gonna spoil your houses, man. They're gonna do all type of wicked things, man. All right, and this is why Jake, they're gonna fall for it, man. All right, but again, because as far as those of the elect, they're not gonna take it one way or the other. No matter what we're put through, no matter what we go through, no matter what we see, all right, we're not gonna fall for it, man. We're gonna stand firm we're gonna hold fast to our faith. All right. But yeah, man, because that's pretty much, because when you read on down, man, Jake, they ended up consenting to the NWO, all right, willingly. They ended up partaking in the beast system at that time. All right, and again, this is what's being set up today, man. Nothing new under the sun, man. All right. That's why they say history repeats itself, because it's the same spirits, coming back, man. It's the same spirits getting recycled. All right. And then you read during this time, this is where you read about Matthias and you read about Judas and, the Maccabees and whatnot. They stood up for righteousness, man. They stood firm for Yahweh Shem Yoshai. And this is the spirit that we're going to have to come in. All right. Because they're going to come, man. Esau, he's getting ready to make his moves. And like I keep saying, man, life is going to get real uncomfortable for all of us. All right, whether you believe in this truth or not, but one way or the other, man, don't consent to the beast, man. Don't bow the knee to the image of Baal, man. All right, don't give over to Satan, man. Just hold firm to your faith, man, and put your trust in Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, man, and somehow, some way, He's going to preserve you. All right, that's what I read back in Luke 17. All right, those that lose their life shall preserve it, because somehow, some way, when all hell is breaking loose, man, and these things are in full effect, Yahweh Shem Shai, He's going to preserve those that trust Him. And like I said, it is written that some of the saints will be martyred, but it's going to be to their testament, man. It's going to be to their, it's not going to be in vain. All right, you're going to come back when Yahweh Shai shows you. You're going to be resurrected first. You're going to be put in those chariots first, man. You're going to have first dibs in those chariots, man. So hey, if you're a believing believer, man, and if you have to be a martyr for Yahweh Shem Shai, man, take it like a man. All right, endure it like a man. Take your death manfully. That's very pleasable in the eyes of Yahweh Shem Shai. When someone dies for Yahweh Shem Shai, man, that's a very honorable thing. That's a very honorable death, man. But nevertheless, man, this is what's coming, man. The beast is speaking, you know. And you know, this thing's being set up, man, right before our eyes. So strap up and get ready, man. It's about to get real out here. But hopefully this was edifying. Once again, I'm going to give all credit to Yahweh Shemel Shai, double honors to my teachers, the men that I learned this truth from, start with the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And until next time, Lord's will, I say shalom.